What does it mean to be a flat earther? Or should I say, what does it mean to have been gifted with the knowledge that the earth is flat and stationary? Haven't done a video log in like 3 months. Taken a little bit of a hiatus, maybe hiding, maybe just a break. Trying to find some inspiration and some motivation. And I just want to share with everyone a couple of my thoughts today. As you can see, I'm sitting outside. It is absolutely gorgeous out. Blue skies. There are a couple little chemtrails, but not too terrible. That's a strange thing to say, but it's not completely plastering the sky. Beautiful breeze. It's about 81 degrees out, and I am sitting outside in a little patch of grass underneath a magnolia tree. So the ground is covered in all these beautiful pink petals, and they're white on the other side. So I just think it's a beautiful background. And I have one of my chickens back there. Chick. Pecking around eating bugs. Roosters around here, and Logger is also playing. But anyway, the birds are singing, and I just thought it would be pretty to sit outside and maybe, I always kind of sit here. I gather my thoughts for a little while. Other than people that video log may not understand, you know, the thoughts and all the maybe like meditation and the thinking that goes in behind doing one of these video logs. Just like trying to sometimes get my words to come out right. But usually the best thing to do is just kind of start and just speak from the heart, you know what I mean? Instead of worrying about messing up and getting things perfect. But I wanted to kind of start off as far as, you know, I haven't really put my thoughts out there for 3 months. Haven't video logged in 3 months, ever since I went to the last Flat Earth PA meetup, which was awesome. I just haven't, for some reason, I've like I said, I was struggling with trying to find motivation and inspiration to really share my opinions. Although I'm still pretty active on Facebook and social media in general, and comment here and there on YouTube. And I've been uploading videos. I've been uploading a lot of my past interviews with bigger channels, and I've been mirroring other people's videos that I think are relevant, things like that, and sharing videos, mirroring them if people want me to just kind of put them on my channel. I don't have a huge channel, but just try to get some more eyes and ears, you know, seeing certain videos. But what I wanted to talk about today was, because I've been seeing this a lot, especially on social media, and I see other people struggling with it, is just talking about the importance of this gift that we have as far as the information on the shape of the earth. I see it all the time where humans are not understanding that because we were given this gift of this information, that it's not all about just the shape of the earth. In fact, it has very little to do with really the topography or the shape of this earth. I say that what it really boils down to is more the fact that because we were not created by this crazy Big Bang, and that we are very obviously created with a purpose, us and the place that we live, Earth, that what's more important is understanding, because this was done for us, that it is extremely, that we are extremely important, and that humanity has an exponential amount of potential. And I see so many people not grasping that idea. And I feel like that's the next step. And I also feel like that may be why some of us are struggling, and maybe some of us, especially empaths, are struggling to maybe get inspiration and motivation, and to some of us kind of give up, and some of us really step back for a little while, because it's very difficult to see, and you know, we talk about this a lot, is the infighting and the slander and the attacks, and people obviously not researching, and obviously pointing fingers, and people very much showcasing that they feel like it's more important to get content out there and to prove, you know, curvature or no curvature, that we're stationary, blah blah blah. But they are doing it at any cost necessary, and along their road, along their path, they are attacking each other and slandering each other, and creating false accusations, when really the crux of all this should be that this should be bringing us together. This should be bringing us closer together. We shouldn't be letting our ego get in between actually creating relationships with each other. And when we think that something is amiss, or we think that something's being done you know, to harm the community, or is being put out there as disinfo, and you absolutely have no proof of that, then we need to actually be real humans and true flat earthers, understanding the potential and the importance of each other, and go to each other and question each other and actually utilize these relationships. I mean, it's funny because we're doing all this on social media, on Facebook and on YouTube, which is absolutely totally killing the social aspect of it. However, it has been a good tool for us to be able to network and spread information fast and create content, and you know, kind of fly under the radar as far as getting information out to the masses, at least for a while. Now there's a lot of an issue with censorship, so it's kind of a catch-22. And I do see a lot of people really grasping onto this idea, especially the ones that are doing like meetups and getting together, and actually realizing that how important we are to each other, and how creating those relationships and those true friendships are what's going to move us forward in the future. This is not about proving the shape of the earth. This is about understanding that the earth was created, and because of that, realizing how special we are. I know a lot of people are going to think that's, you know, silly, that's emotional. Well, that's alright. I'm an emotional person, because what we're doing is not working. So recently, in fact just today, well, it's been happening a lot. I mean, it's been happening for the last 3 years. And I'll start off by talking about something that was, you know, irritating, frustrating, disappointing, negative, and then I'm going to finish this with something that's very positive, and it's kind of what's bringing me out of this slump and bringing me back out after 3 months of not video logging and deciding to share my thoughts again. Lately, there's been a documentary that has been created called, and I hope I don't mess this up, because like I said, I was trying to gather my thoughts, but I believe it's called Behind the Curve. And the documentary has been created by just regular, I'm going to say globe earthers, and that's not a negative connotation, just not created by flat earthers, not created by anyone who understands that we do not live on a spinning ball. But this documentary team has been following flat earthers for, I think, over a year now. And many of those flat earthers are people who have pretty large content channels. And believe me when I say they have put the work in. They didn't become famous overnight. They started out small, just like all of us. And they have just gotten very likable. And I'm going to say popular, but in a good way, because they have just grown. Their channels have grown. Their shows have grown. And their information and their education has grown. These are channels like Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, Patricia Steer, this channels like Mark Sargent and his Strange World show, channels like Jaren from Jarenism and Globebusters. These people have been being followed, filmed, interviewed, and many other people as well by this documentary team. And in fact, that documentary team also was at the first International Flat Earth Conference in Raleigh, North Carolina with myself, and I got to meet them. Very nice people. And they also covered the Flat Earth International Conference. This documentary by no means was created by flat earthers. Unless, of course, they decide that they have changed their mind because of the information they have, gathered over this last year and the friendships that they have created. But it is in no way has been created by flat earthers, especially not the flat earthers that have been interviewed and followed this whole entire time. I want to make that clear because, unfortunately, even when just the trailer came out, which I mirrored on my channel, because I have not seen the documentary yet, even when just the trailer came out, people were fellow flat earthers, even big channels that I support and respect, are up at arms because they're upset and they feel like this documentary is going to make a mockery of flat earth and flat earthers, when they haven't even watched the documentary yet. All they saw was the trailer, and they have been pointing fingers, and they have been accusing these channels that were being interviewed as being the people that created this documentary, and that it's basically going to be making a laughingstock of fellow flat earthers, when in reality they have had nothing to do with creating any of this documentary. They just seemed to be the people that were interviewed and followed, and their interviews became the content in the video. And there's probably a lot of other people interviewed as well, globe earthers alike. From what I've understood, that it's very neutral and unbiased, and showing both sides, globe earth and flat earth. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, we should all be super excited that a globe earther documentary team has showed so much neutral, positive interest. I met these people and I had nothing but good things to say about them, and they're very, very friendly, very polite, very positive, not once ever made fun of us, slandered us. And here we are dealing with the fact that fellow flat earthers and content channels are doing that very thing. They're the ones pointing the finger. They're the ones making fun. They're the ones slandering. They're the ones creating false accusations. And they're the ones being negative about a positive thing. This documentary was, I believe it was over this weekend and also Monday. I think it was April 30th. I'm losing track of my days because I've worked 11 days in a row with one day off at work. It's a long week for me. Anyway, very recently, they had a film festival in Canada, and they did a live preview and showcased this Flat Earth documentary, which I think is just absolutely amazing. And from what I heard, it was one that everyone was very excited to be viewing. To me, that's a win. If anything, it's huge exposure to be getting a professional documentary done about this, and it be unbiased, and it be neutral, and it be, from what I've heard, positive. So I guess you all got to see whenever it comes out. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are going to need to and should be really evaluating, why you're doing this, and evaluating your fellow man, your fellow human, your fellow flat earther, your fellow important person in this world that understands the truth. And I hope that you apologize. And I hope that you understand the importance of this exposure for this documentary. So I'm trying to gather my thoughts here and just think if there's anything else I want to comment on that. But like I've said before, it's just like, it's never ending. It's never ending hearing and seeing these fellow flat earthers jumping on the bandwagon of slander and false accusations, and still utilizing mob mentality, still acting like a sheep. It's like there are, believe me, there are people that humans out there that claim to be flat earthers because they understand the shape of the earth is not a round spinning ball, but they still, in my mind, are acting like the globe earth programmed mentality, the globe earth programmed sheeple, zombies, statists almost, who are still acting like a globe earther would, who does not have this important information that we have, this gift. We should not be acting like this anymore. If you are still showcasing ego, if you are still attacking others, and if you are still not using your God-given talent or your creator-given talent, whatever you want to say, to actually do real research, instead of being ignorant and falsely accusing someone else of something that has zero evidence, and I don't care who thinks this is some kind of weird symbol, zero evidence to back it up, then you are, in my mind, a flat earther in name only. And I have said that before. You don't get it. You're not awake in my mind. Those who are awake and are truly a flat earther, understanding that it's way more important than just getting good content out there, way more important than throwing other people under the bus, way more important than just the shape of the earth, are the ones that I have never seen create hit pieces. I have never seen, hardly ever seen, lose their temper, other than maybe just becoming very saddened and hurt over the things that they've seen within our community. These are the people that have consistently, for the last 3.5 years, came out with excellent content. These are the people that have put themselves out there as far as what a risk and what a what do I want to say, fragile, trying to think of the word, putting yourself out there to be able to be attacked. You know, these are the people that allow themselves to be put in a position where they are even attacked by their community. Those people that consistently turn the other cheek, the people that consistently are trying to find the positive things to cover, those are the people that are the true flat earthers and the true excellent content creators. So these are the kind of things that, you know, really get me down, very much frustrate me, make me feel like it's, you know, why am I still doing this when the people that are attacking each other, they're supposed to be understanding, they're supposed to be the ones understanding how important it is that we stick together and that we understand each other and that we do not attack each other and that we're on the same side. These are the reasons why, you know, I lose my motivation, my inspiration. But I'm happy to say that I'm finding it. It's coming back. Maybe some of it had to do with just like winter in general, because we lack vitamin D. Maybe it has something to do with, you know, chemtrails blocking out the sun even horribly this winter. Winter was very long. I'm feeling a little bit more rejuvenated, especially since the weather has finally turned. I'm realizing I have a lot of, you know, what I think are really pretty excellent ideas in my head for content. A small little documentary I've been working on, I haven't finished it yet, on conglomerating and combining all of my theories on how the earth works magnificently like a terrarium and was created that way on purpose. Some little experiments and maybe just little video logs where I'm sharing my thoughts. I have all this in my head, and I'm just really starting to get the motivation again to get it organized and get it out there. But I'm also realizing that I don't need, let's say, a specific platform to accept me and ask me to share this, even when I have asked to be able to share this. Maybe I don't necessarily need that. This is my, you know, my platform, and I have all the tools and the ability to share, no matter how much it may hurt me if I feel like other people don't understand it or respect it. So that being said, I wanted to share also with you guys another reason why I am, after 3 months of not really sharing my thoughts and kind of just hiding a little bit, on social media the other day, I had a friend tag me in a post, and she was celebrating 3 years of researching Flat Earth, and it's pretty crazy because my 3 years has come and gone, and I really didn't do anything. I didn't really talk about it. I wanted to like really celebrate it, and I just kind of let it come and go. And she is a friend that lives in Canada, and a dear friend, and she tagged me in the post because she said I was one of her first Flat Earth friends that she could go to and she could share with, and it really made me feel amazing, even if she's the only one, to have been a positive influence in her life. And you know who you are. I don't know if you want me to mention your name, my sweet friend, that she has been the same way for me, and we still talk frequently, and we message back and forth, we call on the phone, and we always have so much in common, and we have never met in person. And when she tagged me, she tagged another Flat Earth friend as well, who is also a good friend of mine on social media, who I've never met in real life, but we've also known each other for over 3 years, and it's been because of the truth of this earth. And his name is Jared. I'm going to say her name. Her name is Monique. His name is Jared. And then they also tagged another friend named Ryan, who also made his own post about the same similar thing, and they all kind of mentioned my name as being someone that 3 years ago really helped them either open their eyes to Flat Earth, help them understand it better, be that friend when they needed someone that was like-minded, and or as a mentor, which just really made me feel fantastic. And then in one of the comment threads under Ryan's, when he was sharing, tagging me in it, that I had helped mentor him in the very beginning, that other people underneath his thread said, well, you know, you opened my eyes to this. And it was like, here I'm seeing the levels of how you touch other people and how you touch someone else's heart. I didn't think I would get emotional. And so this is the reason why I do this, and this is the reason why I'm finding a motivation and inspiration again, because when you guys speak up and share with me that I have helped you, and it's been so long, 3 years ago, that went by so fast, you know. Those are the kinds of things that help motivate me and inspire me to keep going and to keep sharing this new information I have in my head and the stuff that I want to create as far as content. And it's also the reason why I continue to defend and stand up for those who I love in the community, that I adore with all my heart, that have done, I don't want to say no wrong, but have done nothing to deserve the attacks and the slander. And I myself included am in that. And I know there are others out there that protect me and defend me as well. We need to do this for each other. I hope that just like I was able to mentor and help Monique and Jared and Ryan, that I hope that this video goes out and is able to touch other people's hearts, and they understand, like I said, the importance of who we are as humans and who we are as humans to each other, and that needs to be first place before the shape of the earth, even though that's the doorway. I hope you guys understand my thoughts. It has been so therapeutic sharing this with you. I hope you loved the background. My chickens walked through a couple times. I think Logger walked through a couple times. The sun is out. The petals are falling. It's beautiful. I know there was probably some background noise because we have a garage beside us, and I have a road that way and a train that way. So I apologize for any background noise. Logs, come here. Come. See if Logger will come over. Come on. Come here, bud. You got grass? Come here. You got grass hanging off your face. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Can you say hi? Oh, that's my boy. You say Mom? Alright. I love you guys. I really do love you. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this video. Be nice. This is Sunshine out.